So to graph a piecewise function, you first just need to look and see where it is split. So since it gets less than or equal to -1, I'll draw a vertical line at -1. And it's split again at 3, so I'll draw another vertical line at 3. Because that's where the graph changes from linear to absolute value back to linear. So everything to the left of this first vertical line is right here. It's the 3x minus 1 equation. And at -1, since it's an or equal, it's going to be a solid filled in dot at that point. So we're going to plug in -1, and then we're going to plug in everything less than -1. So plug in -1, -2, -3, plug all those things in to make your graph. So when you plug in -1, you get -3 minus 1 is -4. -4. So there's a 1, 2, 3, 4. Point down there at -4, and it is filled in because of the or equal to. Going to the left, now we're going to plug in -2. 3 times -2 is -6, minus 1 is -7, so you go down to -7. Plug in -3 now. 3 times -3 is -9, minus 1 is -10. So put a point down there at -10. It's a line, which we know 3x minus 1 is a line, so just draw that line. Next, we're doing absolute value of x plus 2 between -1 and 3. At -1, we still plug it in, but because it does not have the or equal to, it's got to be an open circle. So plug in -1. -1 plus 2 is 1. Absolute value is 1. But it's open circle because it's not or equal. Plug in 0. 0 plus 2 is 2. Plug in 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. Plug in 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. Absolute value is still 4. And plug in 3. That's 5. And it's or equal to. So it's going to be a filled in circle. Solid point. And draw the line. Use a straight edge if you can. It'll be okay if you don't. And then for that last section, if x is greater than 3, we do 2x plus 1. So everything to the far right section of this graph, we do 2x plus 1. So we're going to plug in where the line is at 3. So plug in 3. That's 6 plus 1 is 7. 7. But it's an open circle. Open point. And then we can also plug in 4, 5, 6, however much until the graph goes off. So plug in, now we'll plug in 4. That's 8 plus 1 is 9. And we can plug in the next point, which would be 5. Plug in 5, that's 10 plus 1, which is 11, which is off the graph. So draw your line. There's your piecewise graph. It's got 3 pieces.